Wow, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Welcome to Aquarium Antics. Y'all know I've been thinking about doing this for so long, and I'm finally doing it. This is my first video. I've been thinking about this for so many years, and I'm actually doing it. So this is a big milestone for me. Decided to get back into the hobby around 2016. Began looking for a 55-gallon tank because I wanted to raise African cichlids. I found someone selling one online for a pretty decent price. Went to go look at the tank in person and saw the biggest, largest goldfish I had ever seen in my life. Later found out that this was called a King Kong blood parrot. My wife affectionately named him Charlie. And so Charlie had quite a few friends in the tank with him. The young lady that was selling the tank wanted to get rid of the tank and all its inhabitants. So I took the tank home. I left about half of the water in there, took all the decorations, everything, and cleaned and set up a new tank. And of course, with every new tank set up, you're gonna get that wonderful bacteria bloom. And so began thinking about what I actually wanted to do with the tank. Still marveled at Charlie and how large he was and the other three blood parrots that came with him, and quickly realized that this fish had a wonderful, wonderful personality. And all during this time, I'm dealing with this bacteria bloom. And so while they are unsightly, it is necessary for the tank, and the best thing you can do with a bacteria bloom is to be patient. You have to be patient when you have a bacteria bloom because it's setting up the benefits of the actual tank. It's beneficial bacteria, beneficial to the fish, beneficial to the ecosystem that's going to be in the tank with the fish. Just got to stay on top of the maintenance, continue to do your water changes, continue to look and watch your fish, continue to feed them, not overfeed them, and before you know it, you will have crystal clear water and crystal clear results. This lasted, I want to say, maybe around a little over 2 weeks. I had to deal with this, and at this point, once the water cleared up, I could really focus and think about what I actually wanted to do with the aquascape. The other three blood parrots, they love this actual log anchor structure. They use it as their home, their hiding place. Charlie pretty much, as a tank boss, took control of the whole everywhere else in the tank, but I knew that I didn't really like that log anchor structure, even though the other three blood parrots loved it. I had to figure out what I really wanted to do, and so I did get some rocks, some more natural rocks to aquascape the other side, but I knew that I had to go a little bit further than that. I like the natural look, the natural aquascape, so I went and got some pond stones. I went to Home Depot and found some natural slate, some stone backsplash, and I began playing around with some sequences of ideas to aquascape to create enough hiding places for the other three blood parrots, also for Charlie as well, even though he really didn't need any hiding places. But I wanted to create a natural look, and once I did that, the fish actually loved it. They began to really flourish. Their personalities really began to come out. They began to get used to me, and I began to really enjoy them. And I didn't really think about the African cichlids, which was my original prompting to get back into the hobby. I really began to just focus on these guys. The other three blood parrots, I really enjoyed them as well, their personality, interacting and dealing with Charlie, and I ended up naming them Larry, Curly, and Mo. At the time, not knowing the sex or what they were, they all were just my fish. Charlie with Larry, Curly, and Mo, but I knew they were growing and I was going to need a larger tank. So I found a 125-gallon tank fully equipped with its own flower horn. I wasn't really into flower horns. Also, this flower horn had like a deformity on his nuchal hump, so I ended up rehoming him to a local fish store. From there, just built out the aquascape. I ended up transferring the aquascape from the 55 to the 125, expanding it out a little bit more and getting some additional friends for Charlie, Larry, Curly, and Mo. Got some silver dollars. I think they're, as a group, they're a wonderful dither fish. Got a few other fish throughout the time that I had this set up here with the 125. These are some old videos, so I do apologize for the dirty glass. I promise you I will do a whole lot better. But just wanted to talk about the idea for this channel. One of the things that I really want to focus on with this channel is the actual enjoyment of the tanks. It's a lot of channels that I follow, a lot of people that I watch, and they have specific topics where they're educating and talking about a lot of different things that they're actually doing with their tank, different things that they've experienced. They get into the species of the fish really deep. And I plan to do a little bit of that too, but the primary focus of this video is actually the enjoyment of the tank. We do a lot of work, a lot of maintenance, a lot of things to keep the fish healthy, to keep them thriving. But I never really found a channel that actually focuses on watching, enjoying, sitting back, and reaping the fruits of the labor that's put into this hobby. I got back into this hobby because I enjoyed fish keeping so much when I was in college. Just the interaction with the fish identifying who you are, the excitement they have when it comes time for feeding, different foods, different things that they like, just the personality of the fish, just enjoying them as they grow, sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying the peace that a good, healthy aquarium can actually bring. And so that's what we're going to focus on with this channel. I definitely want you to continue this journey with me. Let's just sit back and enjoy and laugh at some of the antics that I've been through with the fish. Like I said, these are some old videos. Charlie is no longer with us. I lost Charlie in 2021 due to old age. I didn't know exactly how old Charlie was at the time. I acquired Charlie in 2016, so I had him for about 5 years. I don't know how old he was before that. Usually blood parrots, when kept in good, healthy conditions, range between 10 plus years. So I had Charlie for 5, so I'm assuming maybe he was about 5 years old when I actually got him. So I'm laughing at this video right now because every time I do a water change, I flatten out the sand in the aquascape. And Charlie, Larry, Curly, and Mo love sifting through and digging up and building these mounds with the sand. And I remember taking this video because this mound they built with the sand was just so huge. And that was one of the big indicators that let me know it was time to do another water change. I typically change the water in my 125 once a week. I do a 25 or 50% water change once a week. But yeah, these guys, like I said, it's always something different. It's always something new. And just looking at this tank, you see how high the black sand is on one side as opposed to the other. I'll come and straighten it out, flatten everything out, get everything looking nice and pristine. If you look closely, you'll see they knocked over some of the slate, flipped over some of the rocks. They really enjoy messing up what I would put together as a nice aquascape, but I loved it. I would laugh and talk with them and ask them why they were doing the things that they were doing, and that's why I'm naming this channel Aquarium Antics, because the things that my fish would do in this tank was just hilarious to me. So sit back, relax, enjoy our time together, like, subscribe. Once again, welcome to Aquarium Antics.